Good morning, students. I am your History Civics teacher. I welcome you all on online classes of Jamna Christian Junior High School. So, students, today we are going to start with the new chapter, and the chapter name is the Mesopotamian Civilization. What is civilization? Civilization is an advanced stage or system or social development when primitive humans advanced over a period of thousands of years of evolution, settled down and become cultured, a civilization was born. Cultured people have refined interest and taste, special artistic skills and improved lifestyles. Now I will tell you some important features of a civilization. First is settled life. Second, surplus food production. Third, towns and cities. Fourth, town planning, residential buildings and monuments. Fifth is governing bodies and laws. 6. Special crafts and skills. 7. Language and script. The two rivers Tigris and Euphrates in Mesopotamia and the valley of Wanghe, Changjiang in China had become center of civilization. The two rivers Tigris and Euphrates rise in the mountains of Turkey, flows through Syria and Iraq, and pour into the Persian Gulf. The strip of Greenland that lies in between these two rivers is called Mesopotamia. The meaning of Mesopotamia is the land between the two rivers. The earlier civilization developed on river banks because of several reasons, and I will tell you some reasons. First is there was abundant water supply to support large settlement. Second, land was fertile and crops grew in plenty, giving people free time to devote to creative activities and their occupation. Third point is rivers also acted as means of transport to carry people and goods from one place to another. As a result, trade increased, leading to the growth of towns and cities. Now the next point is the Mesopotamian civilization. First point in this Mesopotamian civilization is location and origin. The Mesopotamian civilization is also known as the civilization of recent. In Mesopotamia, the rivers Tigris and Euphrates in West Asia, these two rivers run parallel to each other, overflowing their banks during floods and depositing alluvial silt along the lower reaches of the plain. The earliest and the most advanced urban culture that flourished on the lower valley of the Euphrates is known as the Sumerian civilization. On the northwestern side of Sumer were a region called Babylonia and Akkad, and the highlands in north is called Assyria. Around 3500 BC, the Sumerians developed the world's first civilization. Various civilizations, such as the Babylonian and Assyrian civilizations, rose and fell this region. Mesopotamia is called the cradle and grave of many civilizations. For centuries, nomadic tribes from outside pour into this valley. This civilization flourished from 3500 BC to 600 BC. Now children, I will tell you main characteristics of the Mesopotamian civilization. And in this first point is town planning. The discovery of the Sumerian city of Ur tells us how the people of early Mesopotamia lived. That cities were not as well planned as the Harappan cities was planned, but followed a uniform system. Excavations show that the city was divided into three main parts. The first part is the scared area, second the walled city on a mount, and the third is outer town. The scared area had the temple, tower or ziggurat dedicated to the patron god of the city. There were smaller temples dedicated to other gods. This area also had the storehouse and the offices. People lived in the walled city and in the outer town. Houses were built along the streets. Each house had a certain central courtyard with rooms around it. Now the second point is architecture. The architecture of this civilization is considered to have been outstanding. All the cities had big public buildings and parks. The ruins of the Mari Palace in western Mesopotamia show that the palace grounds covered several arcs and had hundreds of rooms, some of which were decorated with wall paintings. The cities, gates, palaces, and temples glittered with glazed brickwork in red, yellow, and cream. The Mesopotamians are believed to be the first to use architectural structures like arches, columns, and domes in their buildings. They were also skilled in milligree and carpentry. Metal statues adorning temples, gold and silver ornaments, silver harps, golden helmets, and beautiful wooden furnitures inlaid with precious stones have been found in Ur. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were one of the seven wonders of the world. King Nebuchadnezzar is believed to have built it for his wife Amethyst because she missed the hills and forest of her home in Media. Now, the third point is society. In society, there are 2 points. First is social structure. It is divided into 3 classes. The social structure is divided into 3 classes. First is upper, second is middle, and the third is the lower class. The upper class consisted of the members of the royal family, priests and high officials. The middle class consisted of farmers, artisans and traders. The majority of the farmer people were farmers. The lower class consists of slaves. Second point is family. Family life. The father was the head of the family and enjoyed special privileges. The rights of women were protected. Children were brought up very strictly, and boys were sent to schools to study reading, writing, and arithmetic. Girls were trained in dance and music. Now, the next point is occupation. In occupation, agriculture is the most important part. Agriculture was the mainstay of the people of Mesopotamia. They grew different crops like wheat, barley, pulses, fruits, and vegetables. Since there was very little rainfall in this region, the Mesopotamian devised an advanced system of perennial irrigation, where canals would carry water throughout the year. They also make dikes to control floods. The width of these canals made them navigable. They were used to transport goods and people. The ox drawn plug and wheeled cart were two inventions that helped the growth of agriculture in this land. Now, the next point is domestication of animals. The Mesopotamian domesticated animals such as cows, goats, sheep, and donkeys. Art and craft. The increase in agriculture production and abundant stocks of food supplies freed the population from toiling in the field. They now have had more time to develop their creative skills. Settlement grew into towns and such and specialized skills such as pottery, weaving, and metalwork. In metalwork, jewelry, armor, and statues are there. Began to develop. The discovery of metal objects, statues, gold and silver ornaments, and pottery is proof of technical knowledge and skills of the artisans in Mesopotamia. Now, the next topic is trade. The merchants of Mesopotamia carried on extensive trade with foreign countries. The more adventurous merchants led their caravans west across the desert to the Mediterranean coast or through the mountain of the east. Many of them crossed the Arabian Sea to trade with countries along the eastern coast of Africa. Trade from Mesopotamia took grain, wool, and textiles with them and exchanged these for copper, lead, and precious metals. From India, they brought back timber and luxury goods like ivory, pearls, spices, shells, and skills. Mesopotamian seals found in the Indus Valley prove that there was thriving trade between the two civilizations. An efficient transport system was needed for trade. Wheeled cars were used for land transport and kilix. Raft, kilix is the raft which is made of log of wood tied together and bound up by inflated flatted skins. Carried goods along the canals. Now, the next topic is the religion. The Mesopotamian believed in many gods. Every city had its own special god. They worshipped the forces of nature, like the sun, the rain, the moon, and the stars. The king was the chief priest and the representative of God on earth. In later year, the kings appointed priests to look after the temple or the ziggurat. Temple is also called ziggurat. The priest occupied a very important position in the society. The Mesopotamians may have believed in life and death, drinking vessels, ornaments, weapons, etc. have been found in some graves. So children, I will tell you some points on religion also. And that is the and some of the gods worshipped by the Mesopotamian were, I will tell you the names. That is, first is An, the god of heaven. Second, Enlil, the god of air. Enki, the god of water and earth. And Marduk, the god of light. The Mesopotamians believed in life after death. When somebody died, they put food and other things that the person used in everyday life in the grave. Now children, I will tell you the decline of the Mesopotamian civilization. Much of our modern civilization can be traced back to the inventive genius of the Mesopotamians. Yet the vibrant culture declined and was gradually forgotten. The Euphrates River, the lifeline of this great civilization, unexpectedly changed its course. The inhabitants abandoned the sites. Winds and storms engulfed the walls and the mountains, burying the treasures of this great civilization beneath a sandy desert plains. The main cause of decline was that inventions by foreign groups like the Persian, Greeks, Armenians, and Islamic Arab led to the destruction of the civilization. These invaders could neither be kept away nor absorbed into the Mesopotamian culture. The growth of more powerful cities led to unhealthy competition with the older settlements of Mesopotamia. This disturbed the peace of civilization. The sudden change in course of the Euphrates River led to the gradual dying up of the land. This may have led people to desert area. The Mesopotamian civilization is the oldest of the ancient river valley civilization. Other ancient civilizations followed in its footsteps. All their achievements form the basic for later development in history. So now children, I will tell you some achievement of the Mesopotamian civilization. The Mesopotamian invented and developed a system of writing known as cuneiform. The meaning of cuneiform is wedge shape. They wrote from left to right with a stylus. Stylus means a sharp pen made of reeds, bones, and sometimes of metal. They wrote on the smooth, soft surface of clay tablets. which were then baked in fire and hardened. Each tablet was like the page of a book. Several clay tablets comprised a complete book. The cuneiform script has been dispersed, and thus we can get important information about the Mesopotamians. Now, I will tell you about the skill, and that skill is mathematical skill. The mathematicians were highly skilled. They had a special sign for the number 1. If they wanted to write 5, they would repeat the sign of 1 5 times. They counted in tens and sixties. They also used the figure 60 as the unit to measure time. They were the first to divide an hour into 60 minutes and a minute into 60 seconds. A year was divided into 12 months. Days and nights were divided into 2 equal halves consisting of 12 each. Now I will tell you legal system. Hammurabi, the king of Babylon, compiled a code of law dealing with every aspect of human life. These laws protected the poor and the weak and safeguarded the rights of women. This code of law, written on a stone slab, is one of the oldest legal codes known to human. Now students, I will tell you some important words and values and life skills. Important words are civilization. Civilization is an advanced stage or system of social development. Second is Mesopotamia. In Greek, means the land between 2 rivers. Mesopotamia means the land between the 2 rivers. The Mesopotamian civilization developed between the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Third point is ziggurats. Ziggurats were temple towers found in the scared area of the Sumerian city of Ur. They were dedicated to the Parthan god and were also used as schools, granaries and trade centers. Fourth point is cuneiform. Cuneiform was the way with its shape script of Mesopotamians written on clay tablets. Fifth point is stylus. Stylus was a sharp pen made of reed, bone, or sometimes metal. Now I will tell you values and life skills. We should try to solve our problems creatively, just like the Mesopotamians did. We should make the best use of our resources. So this chapter, children, this chapter ends here. We will meet in another class. Thank you, students. Stay safe at home and have a nice day.